It's that time again. It's time to react to some Dokkan hot takes. So let's not waste any time and let's get right into it. The first hot take is this. The 5-year LR fusions, these two units over here, are still debatably top 10 in Dokkan. Not only do I disagree with this, I would go as far as to say they are not even top 10, like even just among LRs, even if you don't include like TURs, like just LRs, they are not top 10. Because if you include TURs, God Goku is better than them, Piccolo Jr. is better than them, I would argue, Tech Goku is better than them, Super Saiyan 4 AGL Vegito is better than them, and then you can name a number of LRs that are better than them. So while the blue fusions are still good, they are still usable, they are not top 10. I don't think you can make that argument. And if someone does make that argument, like I would strongly disagree. Like they might not be far away from top 10, but they are certainly not top 10, and I don't think you can make that argument. I think you would be wrong if you made that argument. But let's move on. The Super Saiyan duo, this unit over here, were always bad even upon release. I mean, upon release, bad is a harsh word, but they were certainly very unimpressive even upon release. I would certainly agree with you on that. New unit bias. To be fair, I don't think this unit had a lot of defenders, although to be fair, I don't really remember because it was some time ago now. Metal Cooler was subjectively the better unit. He just aged out quick. I think you mean objectively. Metal Cooler was better than him, and he still is. But I think you made a mistake here. I think what you meant to say was objectively, and I would agree with that. So fair enough, let's just continue. If the blue duo aren't at least in your top 10, you're going to make Lenny get punched in the head. I'm not sure what you mean by the second part. Who's Lenny? But let's just focus on the meat and potatoes of the tweet. Are the blue boys top 10? Absolutely. As you guys know me personally, I am their biggest defender. I not only say they are top 10, I go as far as to say that in terms of value, like if you put aside their individual performance and say overall value, which factors that in, I'd argue they're top 5, not individually, but like when you factor in their slot 1 utility with their team, their leader skill, like they are, like their value is top 5 easy. I think you all know Tech Super Trunks is my favorite unit, or favorite TUR. I mean, he's not my favorite, he's not even top 50 for me. But if you like him, that's just subjective, so fair enough. Trunks is your favorite character, fair enough. Mine is Gohan. Trunks, he is cool. Like if we're talking about Dragon Ball Z Trunks, like he was like, from the future, he was pretty cool. In Super, he was pretty mid, but in Z he was pretty cool, I'll give you that. Int LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku is one of the designed units in the game's history. Sure. Yeah, honestly, the LR gods and the LR Super Saiyan 4s, their design, I wouldn't say they have the best design ever. For me, the best design ever has got to go to Bulma. But honestly, just Bulma. I was going to say Orange Piccolo, because Orange Piccolo has aged tremendously well. But if we put aside Orange Piccolo, I'll just go with Bulma. I think she's the perfectly designed support unit, and I think I'd put them on number 1. But the LR gods and the LR Super Saiyan 4s were also definitely very well designed. And the fact that both of them are still somewhat usable and they will easy A next year is truly insane to me. And the best thing about it is both of them will easy A on global at the same time, because by then global will have caught up. Because as you guys know, we're catching up around summer of this year, so give it about half a year to like 6 to 9 months, I would say, and the games will be caught up, which is very good news. The only thing I'm going to say about this tweet is that Dokkan over Legends, let's just continue. Dokkan's the better game. The girl from Rent a Girlfriend, Solo's TUR click. I've got no idea what that means, so let's just move on. LR Broly is number 1, Piccolo is number 2. Like, if you want to put Broly at number 1, I'm not going to criticize you too much. As a matter of fact, I might even agree. But, as a minimum, like, Orange Piccolo is definitely in the conversation. And if someone says Orange Piccolo is the best unit, I'm not going to be too critical of that, because Orange Piccolo is extremely powerful. But personally, honestly, it could go either way. It doesn't matter what your order is, as long as you have these two in your top 2, and then Gogeta somewhere close to them. I'm happy with your list. And then after them 3, you have Bulma and Gohan. Like, as long as they are your top 5, your list is fine by me. Spaghetti and meatballs. What? Piccolo is the grill master and Gohan gets slurped. I've got no idea what this means. But sure, Beastless Gohan is mid, Orange Piccolo is that guy, let's continue. He had his fun in the sun. Honestly, this guy, he should have got his Easy A right now. He got his Easy A at a stupid time. The reason it's stupid is because he had no help. They should have held off on his Easy A and then Easy A'd him in this anniversary along with both the UI Gokus, and that would have been epic for him. If they did that, this guy would have genuinely been like the best TUR in the game. One of the best units for that matter. But because he got an Easy A without that help, for me, I was never a fan of this guy. I'm just saying that. He's okay, even now he's still decent, but he would have been so much better if he Easy-A'd now, because he would actually have help. Again, not another hot take. What? You had to be there for the year 2 and year 3 needs? I'm confused. I don't know what he's talking about here, but let's continue. Servers weren't working on global for nearly a day. Sure. Insane growth for Dokkan in general. Units were busted. Yeah, back in the day, Dokkan was really good. It still is for that matter. But Dokkan's just always been good. It just has. So let's just continue. So that's all of these hot takes, but I've got some more over here. Zamasu over Vegito Blue. No. In terms of individual performance, maybe. It's not that hot of a take. But overall, I would say Vegito's definitely better. Broly has the highest peak of the game. There's no debating this. Absolutely, I agree. Not only would I say, once Broly's transformed, he is the best unit in the game easily, I would say he gaps the rest of the game. Even Orange Piccolo, I'm sorry to say that. Broly, Gogeta and Piccolo are all contenders for number 1, I agree. All 3 of them can be argued as number 1. No one opinion should be taken as the definitive opinion. I agree with that. I mean, I've been saying that all 3 of them are definitely top 3, but the order you can have your own arguments. Nah, I'm not even gonna read that. Goku's better than the Broly trio. I'm sorry, he just is. Because UI Goku, not only is it a 70% chance to dodge, he can get up to 84% depending on the rotation. But more realistically, once we get AGL UI Goku's Easy A, like, this guy will always have, not always, for the first 7 turns he will have a 77% chance to dodge, which is insane. And when we get more Tournament of Power characters, he'll get even better. So, I'm sorry, UI Goku's better. He just is. The Broly trio are not too far off, to be fair. They are certainly close. The gap is not huge between the two. In fact, the gap is very small. But UI Goku's better, in my opinion. People need to stop trying to downplay Blue Gogeta. Yeah, no, I agree. Gogeta is easily a top 3 TUR. TUR? LR in the game. And if you want to say he's the best, I don't agree. But I'm not going to criticize you for saying Gogeta is the best. I'll just say that. Active skill, terms of animations. I doubt it, but sure. This is honestly a cold take, but Dokkan should stop holding back on free-to-play units. I mean, I agree. there's certain free-to-play units that should be better. To be fair though, we don't know how good this Beerus is gonna be, so let's just be optimistic about that. This guy is the definition of a honeymoon phase. I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is really good for the Omega Shenron event. Very good for that event. If we had more content like that, Super Saiyan 4 Goku would be one of the best units in the game. But not all content is like that, so yeah, he's not perfect. I'll agree with you on that, but he is good for that content. Top grossing isn't the end all be all for Dokkan, sure. We got data that it's making a lot of profit, true. Us not reaching it on the Android has nothing to do with Broly, one of the main headliners. I mean, whatever, sure. Like, you're not really saying much in this tweet, so let's just continue. End of thread. Okay, fair enough. Let's do a quick subscriber challenge. If you guys agree that a UI Goku, the EZA, is better, but by at least a little bit, he's better than the Broly trio, then you have to subscribe, because that is the challenge. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then do subscribe, especially if you just failed that challenge, because that is indeed the challenge. Also, do leave a like and comment, because those things do help out. With that said, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Ta-ta, adios, and bye-bye.